So things go good and bad with projects and you never know what's going to happen, but typically you can expect to go over budget. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute since I've done like a vlog, so I figured I would give you guys like a day in the life, what it looks like. I'm going to check out a few properties, so I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going to break down the numbers, talk about the deal, and talk about the good and the bad as always. So stay tuned, it's going to be a good one.
Never change your mind just to please a woman. They should honor your fears and act in the same way. Even if you really absorbed in your work and projects, the reality of your daily tasks.
Alright guys, first stop of the day. We're here in Tomball at one of our flips. We actually have two deals over here. The next one we're going to stop at shortly. But I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of this deal. Like I said, the good and the bad. This deal isn't really a home run, but I'm going to give you guys the reason of why we decided to take it down. And of course, we're on a beautiful corner lot as always. I don't know, Ben and I have just had a lot of luck with corner lots, but let me give you guys a walkthrough and then I'll talk to you guys about why I even took this deal down, because it's not going to be a huge money maker, but it serves a lot of purpose and it came with a lot of goodies. Alright, so currently we're here in the master. This house is a 3-bed, 2-bath, in a huge corner lot, so we love that. And there's a couple reasons why we bought this house, even though it's not a killer deal. So number one, I bought it from a buddy. He didn't have time to flip the property with all his other projects going on, so we took over. Number two, the house came with a lot of materials. So in the garage, I'm going to show you guys in a minute, it was filled with all the materials that go in this property. I'm talking cabinets, front door, all the flooring that you guys saw downstairs. So anytime that we can save on material costs, that's amazing, right? So we're really just paying for labor. So that was number two. And then number three, the main purpose and the reason why I bought this house was to really keep my contractor busy, because even though it's not a home run deal, we have another project down the street and it's a quick turnaround. I think we're on week 2 of this deal. We're gonna be finished by Friday. So they're really here just doing touch-ups. They're about to put in the cabinets tomorrow, granite, and then we should be pretty much good to go by next week. It'll be hitting the market. So even though it's not a home run, it's a quick flip. To give you the numbers so you guys know, we bought this house for $160,000. It's worth about $220 to $230. I'm hoping we can press that $230, but realistically we're aiming for $220, $225. We're putting about $25 into it. So it's not an amazing deal, honestly. After all holding costs and everything, we'll probably make like $15,000 to maybe $18,000, which is not bad though for a month to 2 months worth of work. But you know, we're used to getting those bigger checks, but they're not always going to be home runs. This one was just an easy play, to be honest, and it helped a bunch of people in the mix. Let me go show you some things that we did downstairs. All right, so like I said guys, down here we actually didn't have to do too much. So we have the floors, which I said were provided. We had to fix the fireplace back here. It was already chipped and stuff, so we just kind of went with a more sleek look, as you guys can see. And then the major thing that we did in the kitchen here is there used to be a wall. There was an entryway. I'm trying to show you guys. There was an entryway that went to about right here, and then the wall went all the way over to that wall. So we obviously wanted to open it up, give it a more open feel. And like I said, they're going to be doing cabinets in the next couple of days. They're in here touching up on certain paint, and then we'll get granite and everything done. And then like I told you all, oh, this is actually a 2.5 bath. So plus, I forgot, there's a bathroom right here. If you guys can see this garage, there's still a lot of materials that are here, and there was a lot that was left. Like I said, the flooring, we have baseboards here. I mean, anytime you can come up on materials like this, I mean, like, that's just what it's about. We have a beautiful, look at this new door that we have. All the cabinets. So like I said, not an amazing deal, but definitely a deal. And you know, luckily we have the crews that can move fast, get things done. So I'm just here making a list. I have a few things that I need to add or just change to let my GC know. I had to leave a check to pay him. It's payday. This is the first deal, and then we'll go take a look at the second deal, and I'll give you guys a quick view of what it looks like on the outside of the house. I mean, it's pretty basic, beautiful, simple house, corner lot. As you guys can see, there's not really too much that we're going to be doing to the outside of the property. We're really just power washing it. We had to put in a couple boards for the fences. Like I said, the AC is good, and then we put a new roof on the property. So other than that, I mean, like I said, she's gonna be ready to go by next week. And let's go check on the other property that we have. It's over here in Tomball as well. It's about 15 minutes from here. All right, so pit stop. We had to come get the water cut on for the next flip that I'm about to take you guys to. And when I tell you all, sometimes it's so annoying dealing with people who work hourly jobs. They're not as problem solving based or want to help you really. And they make it really hard. Like, some of the most difficult people I have to deal with are water and mud districts when I have to turn on water for a property. And they're usually old school. They make you come in person and pay a check. It's just it's a big headache. But these are the little things people don't talk about when flipping, and it's stuff that has to be done. You always have to have water to get the projects done. You have to have water for your plumbers and everybody else to make sure everything's working. So these are the little things I like to show you guys behind the scenes, because not everybody talks about the little shit that goes into flipping a house. All right guys, second stop of the day. We are here at the second flip. We are still in Tomball, and this is another deal that we picked up. So let me give you guys the situation on this one. So this is a house that a buddy of mine, he went on a bus tour that we did a year ago. If you guys don't remember, I'm actually about to finally release the video because it was a great experience. But anyways, he did a couple deals, but he had this one. This was a friend, family friend from his church. And so he brought us the lead. A couple months ago, you know, he asked me what we would be able to pay for it. At the time, the seller was asking around $190,000. For us, that number just wouldn't work. Comps in this area are around from 260 and they go up to 280. I'm hoping we can land somewhere in the middle of that number. Anyways, time went by, and then he called me up a couple weeks ago and was like, hey, the guy's ready to sell. He said he would do our number, which I'd given him 165 to 170 was kind of like a range. Or 165 to 175 actually, and he wanted 175. I asked if we could do 167. He said no, and then we agreed on 170. And this house is another one of those, like, we're putting minimal work into it. It should be a quick flip, and we'll make a little bit of money, and it's close to our other flip, so it's a win-win-win. But let's go take a look on the inside. Sorry, the lighting is terrible in here, guys. There's no lights on this room for some reason. Here we have the kitchen though. So as you guys can see, really nice kitchen. We have a nice backsplash. This is actually granite, and the cabinets are in excellent condition. The homeowners, they took really good care of this property. They just needed to sell fast. So they left a lot of nice furniture. This I'm actually going to give to my mother-in-law, and I think she's gonna resell it. Gonna take a look upstairs. All right, so this house is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. My only complaint would be that all the bedrooms, including the master, are upstairs. It's a big selling factor when the master is downstairs. A lot of people like it. But anyways, let's keep taking a look here. Bedroom's just really outdated. We're gonna do paint. We're gonna be doing new carpet all in the upstairs. Over here, this is another bedroom. Same thing, just really outdated. Then going into the bathroom here, not terrible, but once again, we're gonna need some touch-ups. So we're gonna fix these cabinets, repaint them. We're gonna resurface this countertop. We're gonna get rid of these floors here. And then, like I said, this will be fresh carpet. There's a shower in here that is in great condition, actually. We're just gonna, same thing, resurface this, clean it up real nice, and then I'll show you guys what we're gonna do in the master, because that's where most of the money is going. So if we go over here to the master, they're already working on it. This will be new carpet. We are going to put granite right here, and then the bath right here, and then they're already working on retiling. So we have a huge detached 2-car garage that was full of stuff. So full that to the point that we've already went through one 40-yard dumpster, which is insane, but I knew it was gonna happen. When I came to walk the property the other day and I saw how much stuff was here, I knew we were gonna need multiple. So as you guys can see, we are overflowing, so I'm gonna have to get a new dump out here tomorrow. Which brings me to my point of why the people were looking to sell this fantastic property at a discount. And the main reason was just they had a lot going on. So the wife, her mother, she was not doing that good. So the wife moved to North Carolina, and she had been there for a few months, which is why they originally reached out to us to see if we would purchase the home. But at the time there was not enough motivation and they wanted a little bit too much, but Danny stayed in contact with them. And then when he was ready, he was ready. So we helped them find some movers, and they literally packed up, moved across country, and they were able to get the amount that they needed. We ended up doing a $3,000 lease back, so we just held $3,000 at closing until he moves, and now I'm about to send him a payment. But this is just one of the many ways that you can put deals together. And now when it comes to the outside of the property, we're really just going to be doing a bunch of landscaping. We're going to power wash. The roof is in good condition. We're just going to have it washed so it looks bright and newer. And then we're going to be cleaning up some of these big trees that we have in the back here that are also in the backyard as well. Overall though, I'm very happy with this purchase. It's a wonderful neighborhood, a good HOA. I mean, as you can see, the people take care of the neighborhood, and they actually do a Christmas story that goes through the neighborhood, and the neighbors came and put up some lights, and they didn't want to miss out this year just because we were working on it. I told them that was totally fine. But you always want to buy in neighborhoods with HOA and people that have pride in their property. When you own a home, it can be an annoyance having the HOA down your throat, but when you're flipping, it's great because you're not going to have campers and chickens and all this shit running around in a house. It's going to be a nice, well-kept neighborhood like this one is, where people take pride, which means that a family is going to be more willing to move in, have their kids there, and you know, it's just going to make a great home for a family one day. And that's what I truly love about this business, is taking something crappy, turning it into something great, and then, you know, people get to enjoy it for years to come. It's a beautiful cycle. But we're gonna wrap it up here, and then we're gonna go check on my rental. If you guys didn't know, if you're following me on Instagram, which I hope you are, you already know that I purchased a new rental a couple months ago. And I'm going to take you guys there and talk about that situation because it's very complicated, and we had to go through a lot to get that deal closed, but I think it's a great learning lesson. Alright guys, third and final stop of the day is a house that I actually purchased. It's going to be a rental that I'm adding to my personal portfolio. As you guys know, Ben and I, we have an Airbnb portfolio, and then we have our own rental portfolios, and we kind of go back and forth. Just if we want to buy a deal, we'll pay the other an assignment fee. So this is the deal right here. Once again, huge corner lot. I don't know what it is, but we've had a lot of luck with corner lots. But I'm going to give you guys a walk around because this one was terrible. It was a hoarder house. It was literally one of the worst houses my GC said he's ever seen. And it's crazy how far along we've came in just a little bit over a month of time. And we've been through, I think, 4 40-yard dumpsters here. And now I have a 20-yard dumpster that I just had dropped. So yeah, we're over budget as always. And I'll talk about the reason behind that, you know, some of the things that came up. But let me just show you guys the outside first, and then we'll go to the inside. So like I said, we're on a huge 7,000 square foot corner lot. And let's go take a look at the backyard because it's wide open now, but it hasn't always been that way. So if you guys can see, we actually have a lot of green growing in. I'm actually going to come fertilize this yard very soon. It's just with it being winter, I don't see too much growth happening, but after the beginning of the new year, I'm really gonna lay it on it so it starts to grow back. So the only thing we really did out here was, you know, obviously clear everything, landscaping. So when I came to walk the property originally, there were a lot of things that stood out that I really liked about the house, given it was in such a terrible condition. And eventually, not this video, but another video, I'm gonna do a full before and after where I break down the numbers and everything about the deal. But I just wanted to give you guys a preview now. Another thing that we did out here is we put a brand new roof on it. But some of the good things that I saw were all the windows on the house are new, except for this one and the master. Not sure why they replaced all the windows, but that one, not a big deal though. The AC unit, rather new, so that was a big standout for me. So that's like 2 big costs already that I was able to avoid. But just because we saved money there doesn't mean that we didn't find other places to put it. So let's go talk about that on the inside. So lighting's not the best, but this was the once garage. Now I'm gonna be a bedroom. We tied it in with the restroom that's in the master, so we have access here. Brand new tile, you guys can't see it because it's taped up. We're still working on some paint. And then in here is the master, really big master, huge closet. When we bought the house, like I said, It was a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, which isn't bad. It would probably rent for around $1,300 to $1,400. But what we decided to do was turn it into a 4-bed, 2-bath. So to have 2 complete baths and 4 rooms, and that should help it rent for an extra $1,500 to $1,600. On top of that, the value of a 3-bed, 1.5 bath home in this neighborhood is around like $160,000. It shoots up dramatically for a 4-bedroom. So it's another reason, because seeing that we're over budget, we really need to extract that higher value. So when we go to do the refinance process, we'll be able to get all of our money back. And I'm actually hoping to do a cash out, and I'll be able to pull 5 to 10 grand on top of that. Fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. So like I said, that was the master. This is a bedroom. This was the half bath. You can't see that great in here, but this was the half bath. And this shower, where the shower is, actually used to be another pantry. So we just closed off here and then turned that into a shower. And we still have a pantry here, so it all worked out. And we have new cabinets, backsplash, granite, and like I said, we are touching up on paint, a few other things, and then we have flooring, cleanup, and then that's really it, which is crazy. I can't wait for y'all to see the before and after video, because this house, it was bad. So when I purchased this home, I knew there were gonna be some setbacks, and you hardly ever come in under budget. You usually end up going over budget. So my point being is, spend the money up front on your rentals and your flips. You will usually get it back, especially with the rentals, if it's something you're gonna own forever. With this house, because there was a hole in the roof, because there was exposure to the outside world, rain, sun, you know, all these things, animals, snakes, you know, the drywall was really messed up, and I had planned to spend, you know, $5,000 to $7,000. I was going to replace some or half of it. I thought the other could be saved, and once we got in there, we realized we had to go down to the studs, and that went from, you know, $5 to $7 grand to $15,000 just like that. But that's just part of the game, guys. I want to show you all that, you know, the good and the bad of real estate, because it's exciting, but you know, things are going to happen. You have to learn to think on your toes and move quickly. So if you guys made it this far, I truly appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys watching the video, supporting. If you're not already, like, subscribe, make sure you turn on post notifications, because I'm dropping weekly videos. And make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok, because I drop daily content there, and a lot of things people get to see over there first. But until next time, guys, peace.